Who would win in a fight, Pac-Man or Q-Bert? I'm Kevin J. Johnston from 300x.ca, where we talk about everything entertainment, sci-fi, video game, and comic book related. That's 300x.ca. Diving right into this, I know this seems unusual, but we did promise that we will answer all of the questions that you send us. So here we go. Pac-Man has the innate ability to eat everything in his path and not gain weight and not be slowed down by body functions. That is correct. Pac-Man has never once shown signs that he needs to defecate or urinate or do anything to lessen his weight load. So we have to wonder, where does everything go that he eats? There's dots, there's energizers, and when he eats an energizer, he can eat ghosts. Where does all of that go? Does it actually enter his digestive tract? Or does it get warped somewhere else? Is Pac-Man's stomach a gateway to a black hole, a gateway to another universe, a gateway to a prison cell, or just a gateway to the nearest garbage dump? We have no idea where it all goes, but we have to take that into consideration. Next, Pac-Man doesn't need to even touch the ground. That's right, he hovers above the ground. Now, we've never established what height he is able to levitate himself to. But we do know that when it comes time for him to move, he can move freely in any direction that is a short distance above the ground. Pac-Man never needs to touch the ground. And in fact, it looks like he can't. In every video game rendition that we've seen so far, he has been devoid of legs, meaning that he can hover and put things in his mouth that will disappear. The only thing that we've ever seen to harm Pac-Man in any way would be ghosts. That is all. We've never seen the maze harm him. We've never seen anything other than creatures that have eyes and a sheet over top of them cause any pain to Pac-Man. Now we have Q-Bert. Q-Bert is an interesting one in that he absolutely must make contact with the ground to be able to move, just like all other living creatures. Without being able to push himself off of the ground or a stone, he is unable to move. Fine. Is that a disadvantage? Not necessarily if Q-Bert is going to be utilizing the ground to push off of it and make impact with Pac-Man. But Q-Bert has no other innate abilities beyond that. There was a cartoon called Supercade, which came out way back in the 1980s, that showed Q-Bert able to put round objects into his nose and then blast them out. But that only ever appeared in that particular cartoon. And even then, that cartoon, even though it was a Saturday morning show, Q-Bert's episodes only showed up every second week. He shared the one slot with Pitfall Harry. Either way, Q-Bert must make contact with the ground to move, has no offensive weapons of any kind, and is able to be killed by balls, is able to be killed by snakes, is able to be killed by gremlins and other odd creatures. There's a vast quantity of creatures and objects that can do harm to and kill Q-Bert versus Pac-Man, who can only be killed by ghosts. Therefore, with Pac-Man's ability to pack every single thing he finds away in his mouth and never be slowed down and never have to use the bathroom, seemingly he has that black hole or a gateway to another universe or dimension, somewhere where all of these things can be stored. And the fact that he does not need to make contact with the ground, he's up against someone who must make contact with the ground and has no offensive weaponry of any kind. Pac-Man would be able to catch Q-Bert no matter where he went, considering Pac-Man can hover above any surface, and Q-Bert has no flight abilities of any kind. The only thing he does have would be a disc that he could jump on and takes him up a little bit, but then that is only within the mazes and or the pyramids that he can jump on. This is not something he can carry with him at all times. Therefore, it is Pac-Man in 10 out of 10 fights. Pac-Man wins all 10 times. Sorry, Q-Bert, but you have nothing to offer anything or anyone unless you're jumping. If it's a jump game, you're in. Pac-Man loses. If it's a fight, Pac-Man wins. You lose. I'm Kevin J. Johnston. This is 300x.ca. Thank you for listening. We cover everything entertainment, sci-fi, comic book, and video game related. Please visit the website and donate now. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It helps us expand what we do. 300x.ca.